So they taught me how to fly. So everything that we did as a family revolved around aviation and spontaneity. So we frequently just hopped on a flight and went skiing. My godmothers and some of my mom's dearest friends live in Colorado. So we frequently head on over to Keystone, Telluride, Breckenridge, Vail, and skied. And that was a big part of my childhood growing up, just surrounded by really awesome lady pilots and skiing with them and hearing their stories. Some of the favorite things that we got to do traveling as a family, my mom was an international pilot for United, and my dad flew the domestic routes for US Airways. And they both got their start way back in the day with Eastern Airlines. So having the flexibility to travel was something that I was really blessed with. And I recognize that not many others get that same opportunity. One of the coolest things I got to do when I was probably about 7 or 8, my mom had a leg on the 777 to Beijing, and she took me with her. And so I got to go as a young kid. Pandas are my favorite animals. My dad and I sat in the back, and my mom flew us to Beijing. And I got to see pandas at the Beijing Zoo, which I thought was just a super cool thing. And then I got to walk along the Great Wall of China and then toboggan down the other side of it. So that was probably one of the highlights for the travels that I got to do. As most kids do, you get into a sport. So I danced for years, as most little girls do. You do ballet, hip hop, jazz, contemporary, a couple of different things just to get your body moving and have something to do in the afternoons. And I was very involved with that for years. When it came to high school, I guess in middle school, I played volleyball and cheered and did all of the things as one can. And then when you get to high school, you kind of have to narrow your focus a little bit more. There are some really stellar athletes that do multiple seasons with different sports, and I really commend you for it because I could not balance all of those things. In high school, I was doing cheer and dance and then a little bit of theater. Those kind of combined together in way of the performing arts and the skills on stage, which parlayed itself to beautifully to a world of pageantry, which worked quite well in way of being on stage and performing for others. But dance was always something that I enjoyed doing to this day. I will not say that I'm the greatest dancer. I'm very much like a above the table kind of dancer, but I do enjoy, throwing my leg up in the air every once in a while for a fun photo. Like I said, pageantry has been my sport, and you approach it like most other sports do.